This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Wednesday, the 25th of June. This is James Spann. It's hot, it's humid, it's summertime. It's going to be that way for the next 3 months, but we do have a few scattered storms on radar today. Some of those are fairly strong. Let's go right to the radar. We're live this afternoon at 2:43, and we've got a cluster of strong storms over eastern Marshall County and western DeKalb County. This is up in northeast Alabama. The core of the heavier storm is just east of Albertville, just east of US 431, up on top of Sand Mountain. And we do note the Weather Service in Huntsville actually issued a severe thunderstorm warning for this. I'm not quite sure it's severe limits, but it might be close. Remember, to be severe, you need 1-inch diameter hail or larger, or 58-mile-per-hour winds or greater. And really not seeing evidence of that at the moment. But again, that's the strongest storm in progress across the state. That kind of expand the view out, and you can see it's pretty quiet for the rest of the state, although we do expect additional showers and storms to form over the next several hours. Looking at the timing here, looks like Birmingham might have gone down the Shelby County radar site, so let's go to the Columbus Air Force Base radar. And we do note we've got one shower that is in the western part of the Birmingham metro, Hueytown, Pleasant Grove, up toward Forestdale and Graysville. And remember, the showers and thunderstorms are moving westward today. They're simply following the circulation, the clockwise circulation of the upper high northeast of the state. So again, but again, you can see central Alabama is relatively quiet. We'll go down to the Maxwell Air Force Base radar. Got really two showers in progress. We have one that is just northeast of Montgomery, south of Wetumpka, and one that is in the far southwest corner of Coosa County. That'll be approaching Lake Mitchell. So again, pretty calm across the central part of the state. Let's go down to the Alabama Gulf Coast, and it's quiet as could be. That's a radar coming out of Mobile. Note a couple of showers north of Pensacola. And in the southeastern corner of the state, just nothing going on. It's just hot. Dothan, Enterprise, Ozark, Geneva, Abbeville, Eufaula. But again, understand with the daytime heating process, we could see a few additional showers and storms forming over the next couple of hours. And where they do form, they could be fairly strong. But again, obviously, the dominant feature today is this large-scale upper high that's over the eastern half of the country. And with that, we have sinking air motion and warm air aloft. And that tends to inhibit thunderstorm formation. Inevitably, we have storms like we have those out there now, but again, as the ridge weakens, the chance of showers and storms will increase in coming days. Still not raining everywhere, but the odds of any one spot getting a storm will be higher tomorrow, Friday, and over the weekend. Visible satellite view, classic summer look, a field of cumulus clouds across the deep south developing vertically in the heat of the day. There's the radar composite. And again, pretty quiet mid-afternoon. Temperatures are mostly in the low 90s. Not that far above average for this time of the year. Birmingham at 92. Anniston 91. Tuscaloosa 93. Look at Huntsville and Dothan leading the heat parade. They've got 95. 94 for Montgomery and 90 at Mobile. And again, we've got the northern two-thirds of the state under a heat advisory. And understand, if you're in South Alabama, I know it's hot, it's humid, it's hot, humid everywhere. But this is a Weather Service criteria type thing where they believe the heat index might touch 105 in spots. And we have heat advisories all the way from Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana into the mid-Atlantic coast region this afternoon. Flash flood watches for parts of the upper Midwest and the Great Plains, and flash flood watches for West Texas and parts of New Mexico. Here's the severe weather outlook for the rest of today and tonight. Interesting to note, there's a little enhanced risk northeast of Alabama. This would include parts of Georgia and the Carolinas. And again, that's underneath that ridge, but if anything can form, they could be strong. And for Alabama, again, we've got this level 2 out of 5 risk for eastern and southern counties of the state. A level 1 out of 5 risk as far north as Huntsville, Carbon Hill, and Reform. And we stress, when you look at these maps, it almost suggests that it's going to be raining a lot everywhere. But no, most places will see no rain at all this evening. But what the map is suggesting is that where the storms do form, they could be strong with very high instability values. There could be a few cases where winds could be pretty strong, maybe enough in some cases to knock down trees and power lines. But again, I stress, many places will not see a drop this evening. And really, it's the same thing tomorrow. There is a marginal risk statewide. That's level 1 out of level 5. All 67 Alabama counties, and it will not rain everywhere, but where the storms form, they could be strong. There's a look at the national view tomorrow. Marginal risk curling up into parts of the Great Lakes and the plains. On day 3, which is Friday, got a risk of severe storms over parts of the Dakotas, Minnesota, and Nebraska. And again, down here, we have a marginal risk over the eastern half of the state. But quite frankly, any part of the state might see a strong storm. And that's the case every summer afternoon. Storms could always be relatively strong and produce strong straight-line winds for a brief time, wet microbursts. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. On an average basis, rain amounts 1 to 2 inches for the state, the northern half of the state, around 2 inches for South Alabama. This is between now and Wednesday morning of next week. And the tropics are just so quiet, at least the Atlantic basin. And again, we had that junk system that got a name for about, 12 hours yesterday. Andrea. I mean, it got off the board quick, and it is long gone, and there's just nothing happening. So no tropical storms, no hurricanes for the Atlantic basin, at least for the next 7 days as we head into July. So model fans, here we go, GFS. The 12Z run tomorrow at 4. And again, the ridge is clearly going to be weaker tomorrow. And there's a little pocket of colder air aloft, a little upper low that's over the Florida peninsula. And so we'll probably see an uptick in the number of scattered showers and storms. In fact, this is the high-resolution HRRR model tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. And this is suggesting there might be a few scattered showers over the state early in the morning with this little easterly wave coming from the Florida peninsula. But then later in the day, showers and storms will increase by afternoon as we get the daytime heating process. And again, we stress, it's not going to rain everywhere. But storms could form, and they could be fairly strong. And this is suggesting the more numerous ones tomorrow afternoon will be over the northern half of the state. Probably the better chance of a morning shower will be across the southern counties of the state. And highs should be in the low 90s in most spots. Same thing on Friday. Partly sunny with a few scattered showers and storms, mainly Friday afternoon. And that is the story for the weekend. This is Saturday, and this is Sunday. Highs for the weekend around 90, which is right where we should be. We'll have most of the sunshine during the morning, the better chance of a passing storm between about 1 and 9 p.m. And like every summer day, they are random and widely scattered, and we don't know in advance exactly when and where they pop up. You just have to watch for radar trends if you got something planned outdoors. And, of course, when you hear thunder, get in. And that's going to be the theme for the 4th of July week. This is Monday, and this is Tuesday, and this is a week from today, Wednesday, the 2nd of July. And again, that big heat bubble is kind of dissipated. The ridge is greatly weaker and just kind of a standard flat ridge, and that means we'll have some sun and scattered storms about. And the good news, heat levels come way down next week because the ridge is weakened so much. In fact, the guidance suggesting a pretty good chunk of Alabama could see highs in the mid to upper 80s next week, which is below average for early July. This is the 10-day outlook. This is for Saturday, July 5th. Little trough passing to the north. And again, we'll probably see the same type weather. Some sun, scattered showers and storms. I mean, we say that most every summer day, but that's just the way it is down here. Here's a look at rain for Birmingham. This is between now and the 10th of July. The mean, it's right under 3 inches, the green line, coming off the European. Temperatures coming off the NBM National Blend of Models, 93 tomorrow, then highs around 90 for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But look at the middle of next week. By Wednesday and Thursday of next week, the high dropping to 86. We'll take that any time in July. Not bad at all. And just in, hot off the press, got the brand new 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for July 3rd through July 9th. And this is suggesting temperatures could be a little above average, but there's no evidence of any really big, nasty, strong upper high that would bring just nasty type heat in here. It looks pretty routine, quite frankly. Hey, we got to roll some Children's of Alabama Kid Cam video today in Leeds, home of the Green Wave. Got a big group of kids today, and some mamas and daddies were there too. Some folks in the community. They're doing some renovation work at the actual library. We had the event today at a local event center, but we had a great time. Did you see the cake there? That was amazing. What a cake. That was just great. But we did some storm spotting. Hey, we need more storm spotters. Talked about hurricanes, of course. This is hurricane season and much more. Those kids were great, and you can learn some science in the summertime. Love coming to Leeds. That is a great place. So again, to everybody who came out to see us in Leeds today, thanks a lot for a great visit. You guys, as you know, are looking good. So once again, let's go to the radar. We're live at 2:53. And again, you can see that for most of Alabama, no rain at all. We've got just very isolated showers and storms, and really not that many. Got a couple of showers in Coosa County. Got that shower that's located just northeast of Montgomery. And keep in mind, the showers are moving westward today around the base of that upper high. There's a clockwise circulation. The showers simply follow the upper air winds, and for showers to move westward in the summer here, not unusual. Happens a lot. In the Birmingham metro, got a couple of showers out in the western suburbs toward Pleasant Grove, Sylvan Springs, McDonald Chapel, Adamsville, Graysville. And again, the heavier storms, it's involving this cluster up here in northeast Alabama. Heavier storms in progress now in parts of DeKalb and Marshall counties. And technically, there is a severe thunderstorm warning here. Again, I'm just not seeing evidence that the storms are at severe criteria. No doubt they're strong. The rain is heavy. You've got thunder, lightning, and gusty winds, but we're not seeing evidence of really super large hail. Remember, to be severe, the criteria, 1-inch diameter hail. We don't see anything like that in the reflectivity. And the winds have to be 58 miles an hour. We're not seeing that on velocity. In fact, while we're looking at it, we'll just peek at it. And again, velocities are not that hot here, so looks like just a typical strong summer storm. And again, remember, the storms are moving westward today, which means they're moving toward Lake Gunnersville. Obviously, boaters would not want to be on the water with all the lightning with these storms. And those storms will ultimately cross over Highway 431, headed over toward Highway 231, ARAB. Those most likely stay south of Huntsville. But remember, new storms will likely pop up, and they could pop up anywhere. They will be totally random and totally scattered. That's summertime in Alabama. And again, most of them will dissipate this evening. But again, like we showed you, there might be a few morning showers tomorrow with this easterly wave coming in from the south. So that'll do it today. Had a great time in Leeds. Tomorrow, a very busy day. I will be in Alexander City tomorrow morning at First Baptist Church for a program there, their summer program for kids. Then I'll be in Gardendale, speaking to the Gardendale City employees for a luncheon at midday. And then Camp Legacy in Hoover at Bumpus Middle School. And on Friday, going to be in Helena, Riverside Summer Camp, Riverside Baptist Church. And then I'll be at Thompson High School for a Camp Journey program. And again, that is a summer camp for kids. So very busy week, but a good week. And of course, as always, hey, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.